Welcome back to the NASCAR 15 Let's Play, ladies and gentlemen. Right now I'm about to do race 32 and 36. 5 races left to go this season. The 6th race of the chase and the final race of the contender round. I'm here at Talladega Superspeedway in Talladega, Alabama for some exciting and intense racing for the running of the CampingWorld.com 500. And as you can see here, 100% difficulty, qualifying 3 rounds of it. 56 laps, tire wear, fuel use ×1, cautions to black flags on, and full damage on. Gonna accept the changes. Now I'm locked into the 3rd round of the chase with the win at Charlotte, but man, was the last race exciting, especially towards the final few laps. It was between me and Jamie McMurray. And coming off turn number 4, we're side by side coming to the checkered flag. I gave him a little bit of a bump to loosen up his momentum. We got across the line, and I honestly thought McMurray had it won. But then the game said that I won the race. Well, when we checked back at the instant replay, it showed that McMurray beat me to the line. Even after we crossed the finish line as well, he beat me. So, but yet the game scored me as the winner. I'll take the win. My 6th win of the season. Won 3 straight races now. Dover, Charlotte, and Kansas. Can I make it 4 in a row here at Talladega? We're about to find that out. So let me do qualifying real quick, and I will be right back. Alright, so I just finished up qualifying here at Talladega Superspeedway, and guess what? I got the pole for this race. This is my 2nd pole in a row. I got it at Kansas, and now I got it here at Talladega. I really have nothing to lose at this point until the 3rd round starts. Just gonna go out here and hopefully go for my 4th straight win, even though I really don't need a win. But you know what? You know, might as well, right? Might as well go for some wins. Got 3 straight wins: Dover, Charlotte, Kansas. Let's see if I can make it at Talladega, get the win. My 4th straight win here at Talladega. Last time I was here at Talladega, finished 34th, got caught with a speeding penalty. And that's what cost me a chance to have a shot at the win. So also going for my 8th win of the season here today. So let's get this going. This should be a good race. I'm starting on the pole, and I think Casey Kane starts 2nd as well. So here we are at Talladega Superspeedway in Talladega, Alabama for the 6th race of the chase, last race of the contender round, the 32nd race of the season. 5 races left to go this season for the CampingWorld.com 500 here at this 2.6 mile Superspeedway. Should be a good one. Got the nice flyover, very good. Doing basically kind of a backflip, but whatever. So here I am starting on the pole. And Casey Kane starts 2nd, Casey Mears starts 3rd, and Jamie McMurray, who I edged out at Kansas somehow, starts 4th. And there's the winner's trophy if you win here at Talladega. Hopefully I will get that trophy by the end of this race. Should be a good one. The pace car is off. I will lead the field down to the green flag alongside Casey Kane as we're set to go for 56 laps here at the 2.6 mile track. The final race of the contender round. Can I go 4 in a row? We're about to find that out. Here we go. The green flag is in the air. We are underway here at Talladega. Coming down to the tri-oval side by side, and Casey Kane is going to lead the 1st lap as he's getting pushed by Jamie McMurray. Chase Elliott coming into the mix. Now here's what's going to be my deal for this race. I don't mind getting passed up on the outside lane early on in this race, but I'm not going to let anyone get below me on the bottom lane. Ooh, I got sideways off 2 there. Here comes McMurray making it 3 wide through the middle, going for the lead. Alright, it took about a lap and a half for everything to get bunched up. And ready for 56 laps of this. Dale Knight Jr. up to the outside lane. Junior Nation's gonna go wild at Talladega. It always goes wild for the fans every time he takes the lead, but it doesn't look like he's going to lead this lap. It looks like I'm going to lead this lap. Look at that, Jamie McMurray on the very outside lane. Getting pushed by Chase Elliott. McMurray and I battled it out in the final few laps at Kansas Speedway, and somehow, even though it looked like on the photo finish that McMurray beat me to the line, I got credited with the win, which I'll take it. And I'll tell you what, the outside lane, even the middle lane's working good right now. This bottom lane ain't going nowhere, which is kind of surprising, honestly. I'm falling back. Is Ryan Blaney going to pull down in front of me? 3 wide for the race lead. Blaney in the middle. Junior in the middle. I mean, not Blaney in the middle, my bad. Well, I'm dumb. I'm leading away. David Reagan second. Ryan Blaney third. Michael Waltrip fourth. Because Michael Waltrip getting a run. I'll protect the bottom lane. I won't protect the outside lane right now. Too early for that. Maybe in the final few laps I'll start blocking all the lanes if I'm up front. Ryan Blaney getting a good push by Junior to lead. The double yellow line on the bottom of the racetrack is out of bounds. You cannot advance your position by going below the yellow line, especially here at Talladega, also at Daytona as well. You cannot go below the double yellow line to advance your position. If you do, you have to give the spot back. If you don't, you're going to be black flagged by NASCAR and will have to make a drive-through penalty. Don't want that. Oh my God, Waltrip, what are you doing? He just went through the middle and then immediately went to the bottom lane. Oh, golly, what's with this? Okay, we're fine. I tell you what, Menard just flew his way up to the front. He got some help by Carl Edwards. I'm telling you what, this bottom lane ain't going somehow. Normally it does, but not right now. It's not. Getting out of the gas, waiting till I get a run off the corner. See if I can make my... Here we go. This is for the race lead. 3 wide for the race lead. I'm in the bottom. Michael Waltrip in the middle. Dale Knight Jr. up high. Also, this will determine who will be the top 8 that will make their way into the eliminator round, going into Martinsville Speedway. And who will be the other 4 drivers that will be eliminated after this race. Obviously, I'm not going to be eliminated. I have nothing to worry about. I got the win. I'm locked myself in. Got 50 laps to go here at Talladega Superspeedway. So far, so good. I'm leading the way. Josh Weiss second. AJ Allmendinger a third. Michael McDowell fourth. If they start trying to get a run on me to the bottom lane, I'll block, but I'm not going to block that outside lane. No point for that right now. Oh my gosh, just speaking of not laying the bottom lane open, I almost did there. Here comes Cole Witt through the middle. He's getting pushed by Brad Keselowski. Brad Keselowski is trying to make his way into the 3rd round of the chase. Remember in 2014... he had to win the race here at Talladega Superspeedway to get into the 3rd round, and he did. I'm almost trying to pull off with Joey Logano right now, except Joey Logano didn't get 4 straight wins. He didn't win Dover, and he could have had his 4th straight win this season, but he got that got ruined for him when Kenseth wrecked him at Martinsville. I don't know what Brad Keselowski was doing slowing down right there. I mean, he looked like he was going to go for the race lead. So far, it looks like I have a strong race car to stay out front. Now, I don't mind to block the outside lane if they're single file. If they're double file, I'll just let the outside lane go. Speaking of Logano in the previous lap, he's up into the top 5 now. Trying to make his way up to the front. Well. Alright, Michael Annett got behind me. This is just exactly like what happened in the earlier this season here at Talladega. I was leading most of the laps, and then when the green flag pit stops started, I came down pit road, but I came down too fast entering. Got a speeding penalty. Got myself a 34th place finish. Kinda sucks. So like I said, this is what happened in the other Talladega race. Me leading all these laps. It looks like that's the case again. Just hope I don't get a speeding penalty this time. I did practice that during the qualifying. My entry down pit road, and the pit road speed is 55 miles per hour. Denny Hamlin up to the outside lane going for the race lead. He's getting pushed by Clint Bowyer. Who's going to lead at the line here? I do. 10 laps completed here at Talladega Superspeedway in Talladega, Alabama, in the 6th race of the chase, the 32nd race of the season with 5 races left to go, and the last race of the contender round. I'm leading away. Michael Annett second, Jimmy Johnson third, Brad Keselowski fourth. David Gillen has set the fastest lap of the race so far with a 47.75. Mine's a 48.30, just a couple of laps to go on lap 8. Now, the question is, will we see like what we saw at Daytona in the night race at Daytona? Remember, several cars came down early to try to do as a one-stop pit stop. Try to pit early so they could just make it on fuel all the way to the end. Got Michael McDowell to win. Remember, he pitted early in that race. Still got him the win, you know. Top 6 actually pitted early. Top 6 that finished that race pitted early, got themselves top 6 finish. Will that happen here? I don't think that happened in the other Talladega race earlier this season. Harvick now into the mix. Harvick needs to have a good finish today, because he was looking outside after Kansas. Needs a good run here. Tony Stewart. Tony Stewart is trying to lock himself into the 3rd round of the chase. Cole Witt up on the outside. Here comes through the middle David Gillen, who has the fastest lap of the race. Coming through the middle, trying to make it 3 wide for the race lead. So far, my car's been strong out front, you know. If I have a good pit stop, I could have a good shot at winning this race. Mears through the middle, now up to the outside lane. Being helped by David Gilliland. I got Paul Menard behind me. See how I blocked the inside lane now? I don't want anyone on the inside of me. Well, I'll be falling back through the field. But the middle and outside lane has been working occasionally, I will say. Chase Elliott through the middle with AJ Allmendinger. Whoa, okay. Oh man, Austin Dillon squeezed to the bottom in front of me. And he's going to lead this lap as well. Oh, Joseph, don't do that. Don't hit that apron. Don't hit it too much. Now, I gotta be careful when I'm blocking, too, because I don't want to misjudge it, mistime it. Could spin myself out. Could wreck myself, definitely. Logano up in the top 3. Here comes Michael. Well, it looked like Michael Waltrip was going to come through the middle, but he got on the brace for a reason. Wow! Oh, I hit the wall too. Did you see that? I was trying to block Paul Menard and I got in the outside wall. I don't know how much damage. I only touched it just a little bit, but did it leave any side marks? It did. A little bit rough on the blocking there by me. Didn't mean to do that. I just almost left the... I was trying to block Menard all of a sudden, and I was just talking about it, you know. I gotta be careful when I'm blocking, or else I could wreck myself doing it. I almost did there. Well, I didn't really there. I just hit the wall. Left a side mark now on the car. Got a little aggressive on the block. 40 laps to go. I'm leading away. Brian Vickers second. Kurt Busch third. Kyle Larson fourth. I don't know what Brian Vickers just did right there. My goodness. I've led most of the laps so far in this race. The halfway point will be after completing 28 laps. As soon as I get to lap 29, that will start the second half of the race. Johnson just cracked the top 3. Oh, whoa, alright. I just left that open. But Brian Vickers got no help, but yet he'll still lead this lap. Here comes Casey Kane up on the outside lane. Casey Kane started second in this race. He's making his way up to the front. And he's going for the race lead. He's getting helped by Cole Witt. Comes Brad Keselowski making a charge. Dale Knight Jr. as well through the middle. Oh, Johnson got a good run there. Here comes Austin Dillon. He had to get on the brace there because Keselowski came right back down into his lane. You know who I've not seen in this race yet? Jeff Gordon. I don't know where he's at. And he does certainly not... Oh, man! He does certainly not need a bad finish in this race. I think he's actually one of those cars that are on the front straightaway right now, or at least towards the back. I wonder if he's one of those drivers that lost the draft with this big pack of cars. That would be unfortunate. I know looking good right now is Keselowski, Harvick, Logano. Logano was looking... Actually, Logano was 12th in points coming in. He was the last car in the chase. He needs a good run. But so far, so good in this race. Now, had caution-free races since Richmond. Chicagoland was Chicagoland, New Hampshire, Dover, Charlotte, and Kansas were all caution-free races. Can we make it 6 caution-free races in a row here at Talladega? I can guarantee you Martinsville is not going to be caution-free. Been a clean chase. Been a clean chase so far. Got Stenhouse behind me. Alright. It looks like I'll hold on to the race lead here. I want to see if we... looks like we can make it to the halfway point before we have to make the pit stop. Speaking of pit stop, Josh Weiss is coming down pit road, and Hamlin just squeezed it to the bottom, got underneath me, but for what reason he had to let up there? Man, I could have fallen back to the field right there. Here's Ryan Newman going for the race lead. Remember, Newman got eliminated after the first round. Remember, Newman's been consistent all through regular season, and then all of a sudden looked like he just fell apart in the first round. Missed the second round in the chase. But he's looking for strong finishes now. I would say Newman's been the second best driver. I mean, not including me, I say Newman's been the next best driver. Even though Newman's had no wins, Newman's been the next consistent driver. Honestly, I think Newman's been the most consistent driver without a win. Even though I got 7 wins this season, Tony Stewart's got 4. I mean, even though that, I think Newman's been one of the most consistent drivers. I mean, at the end of the regular season, he had 14 top 10s. It's a pretty good number. Chase Elliott behind me. Then you got Boyer and Harvick. Harvick needs a good run today. Gonna hit a couple of cars soon on the track. They're side by side right now. I can't tell who the 2 cars are. You know, I've noticed that's not up here either. Danica Patrick. I haven't seen her up here. Boyer up high, Edwards coming through the middle. Got 33 laps to go. Oh boy! Chase Elliott's around! And around he goes, the big one at Talladega! Boy, I don't know what happened there. Well, that's the end of the caution-free streak. Caution-free races streak. What happened to Chase Elliott? Oh, well, that's a great replay. Alright, game, let's... Sure, that's a great camera. But the big one at Talladega. Jeff Gordon involved, Brad Keselowski around, Joey Logano, a few Chase drivers involved. I mean, I couldn't tell what happened there. Going to pit. I'm gonna pit here. Yeah, it looks like a lot of drivers are gonna pit now. Definitely going to make it. Alright. Well, don't have to worry about speeding coming down pit road, though. My car's handled really well, but I am going to make a grill tape adjustment. Want a full tank of fuel. The repairs are fine. Let's just get 4 tires, full tank of fuel, and a grill tape adjustment. So here I come down pit road for the first pit stop of the race. 4 tires, full tank of fuel. Now, I noticed Jeff Gordon was there. Jeff Gordon was in this big pack. As I looked at the replay. But man, would have loved to see what started all that. It was not caused by me. Chase Elliott was behind me all of a sudden. He was just sideways. I don't know if Chase Elliott got turned or what. Alright, looks like Ricky Stenhouse is going to be the race leader alongside Ryan Newman. Jeff Gordon 3rd, Dale Nargino 4th, Jamie McMurray 5th, Yaley 6th, Waltrip 7th, McDowell 8th, Dillon 9th, and Montreal Shooting rounds up the top 10. Top 10 did not pit. Looks like I'm going to restart 18th on the outside lane. I would love to get to the bottom lane right away. So I don't want to be stuck on the outside lane. So the caution-free races streak is over at 5. First time had a caution since Richmond. Now let's get back to the restart. It'll be 31 laps to go. The green flag is back in the air. You're at Talladega Superspeedway. In the middle, 4 wide now. I'm trying to find an opening to the bottom. Looks like if I can get behind Vickers, I can get to the bottom. Alright, I'm going to get to the bottom now. Boy. That second lane did not go. Tell you what. Top 6 that pulled away. I don't know who is slowing up this field up here. But, oh, who's coming down pit road? That's Yearly. I tell you what helped this caution is the drivers that lost the draft, lost the lead pack of cars, has caught back up thanks to that caution. 30 laps to go here at Talladega Superspeedway. Dale Earnhardt Jr. to the race lead. Bet the crowd's going wild right now. As I'm trying to make myself back to the top 10. Whoa, there was contact there. Just got a little bit too much in the draft. AJ Allmendinger's doing a great job helping me right now. Jeff Gordon, side by side with Dale Earnhardt Jr. for the race lead. I know Jeff Gordon would like to lead the lap, get the bonus point. That could really make a difference in making the chase or not, but it looks like it's not going to happen here. But look at this run I got here. Oh, I had to get on the brakes there. Well, so it was going to be a wreck right there. I'm behind Waltrip now. Jeff Gordon stuck in the middle. Next time by will be the halfway point. Now, I believe I have enough fuel to make it to the end. McMurray to the middle. Oh, this is going to be a wreck right here. Look out. Oh, Yearly, man. That's stupid of him. Look what it just did to Gordon and the rest of the... Oh, man. Did Jeb Burton just squeeze it to the bottom or what? Man, I'm glad I reacted quick enough. But that was almost a wreck. And that just dropped me back to 9th. But Jeb Burton just squeezed it down to the bottom. Kind of caught me off guard there. Alright, the halfway point here at Talladega Superspeedway. Dale Earnhardt Jr. of the race leader, and I dropped outside the top 10 again. Thanks to Jeb Burton there. Could have had another big wreck. It's alright, things got settled. Rhea Smith almost got to the bottom of me right there. Jimmy Johnson now up front. I'll tell you what, I will say my car is not handling really well. I don't feel like this car is that strong in traffic. Like when I was up front in the race lead about most of this race, my car was good in clean air. But now since I've shuffled into this traffic, the car doesn't seem like it's handling well. It's not that strong in traffic. That's why I want to get back up to the front so my car can handle better. But it seems like my car is tight in the draft. Brian Vickers ahead of me, Danica Patrick behind me. Edwards and Johnson in the middle. Now the problem is with Jeff Gordon, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Harvick, those drivers that stayed out under that caution, they're going to have to pit. And that really won't help them out. Especially Gordon and Harvick. Those two drivers, I forgot who the other chase drivers that stayed out under that last caution, but it's not going to help them at all either. Oh, God, Vickers! Slowing down right there for. Now, what will really help them is if another caution comes out, which we almost had one a couple of laps ago with me involved. Oh, Waltrip, why? Oh, man. "25 laps to go." And Kurt Busch, the race leader. You know who I have not seen at all also in this race? Kyle Busch. I haven't seen him much. I know he's here in this race, but where? Junior tried to make a run underneath me. Took that away from him. Junior now behind me. But Junior's going to have to pit sooner or later, right? I would assume. I'm surprised the top 10 drivers that stayed out did not pit under that last caution. I don't understand that at all. Wow, Junior, did he just make a move to the outside or what? We got 24 laps to go. David Reagan was sideways behind me. You can see the tire marks from that big one. Here comes Johnson. Went back to the bottom to block that lane. David Reagan coming through the middle in that KFC Ford. Casey Kane coming back into the top 5. Logano as well. Is that Carl Edwards heading down pit road? I know he was one of the drivers that stayed out on the last caution, I believe. I don't know who's this coming off pit road right now. That's Ryan Newman. But Ryan Newman honestly have nothing to lose at this point. He's out of the chase. So got me leading the race. Jimmy Johnson second, Menard third, Smith fourth. Here comes Chase Elliott. He's back in the top 10. He's trying to make his charge back up into the top 5. He was the one that caused that big one. I still don't know how Chase Elliott got sideways going into turn number 1. I'm not sure if he got turned by someone. But obviously now he's back in the top 5. Top 4 now. 22 laps to go. Johnson to the outside. Oh, that was Jamie McMurray that came down pit road. See, I know Edwards is in a subway car and it's a black car, so I couldn't tell if that was... I didn't think it was Jamie McMurray, honestly. Menard to the middle, and now to the inside. Oh, man! Boy, was that close there. I had to get out of the gas. Whoa! Chase Elliott through the middle. This is good. Now, this is where it's going to start getting interesting in the final laps. Oh, man! I get close to getting turned there. Gotta be careful. Michael Waltrip behind me. Danica Patrick back into the top 5. I believe Jeff Gordon's lost this lead pack because remember when JJ Yeley was coming back up the racetrack and Gordon happened to be there? I think he lost the lead pack again. So if Gordon misses the third round of chase, he's got to thank JJ Yeley for that. I think a couple other chase drivers got screwed in that as well. 20 laps to go here at Talladega Superspeedway. I'm leading the race. Danica Patrick second, Clint Boyer third, Kevin Harvick fourth. Danica Patrick behind me. Oh, man. Oh, man. Boyer to the outside. He's getting helped by Regan Smith. Then you got Harvick in the middle. Okay, Boyer, can you get any closer? My goodness. Dale Earnhardt Jr. Look at Dale Earnhardt Jr. squeezing to the bottom on Danica Patrick. Now Danica Patrick to the outside. But Dale Earnhardt Jr. is going to help me. Oh, man, Junior. Boy, is he aggressive. Oh, boy. Oh, Junior. He is all over the place. Down the front straightaway into the tri-oval. Be 18 laps to go. Jeff Gordon's leaving pit road right now. That is not going to help him at all to make the third round of the chase. He better hope another caution comes out. And just based on how we're racing right now, it's bound to happen. I feel like there's going to be another caution. If we can survive the last 18 laps, not creating another wreck, that'll be something. See, now my car's been strong out front, but once it got back in traffic, it did not handle us well like I wanted to. It's just tight in traffic, you know, just couldn't find anything. But then, you know, staying on the bottom lane really helped. Oh! Michael McDowell in the mix. Night race at Daytona winner. Austin Dillon leaving pit road. Here comes Chase Elliott. Oh, 4 wide behind me. Look at this. Chase Elliott made it 4 wide. It was 3 wide. And Chase Elliott's like, nope, I'm going to YOLO and make it 4 wide. $16 laps to go. Michael McDowell still behind me. Then you got Chase Elliott, then Carl Edwards. Chase Elliott to the outside, McDowell. And probably going for more, going for the race lead. Chase Elliott, who created the big one, still running up front. Surprised that damage, unless I know he came down pit road under that caution to fix the damage, but I guess they fixed it well. I think that's Dale Knight Jr. that came down pit road. 15 laps to go. Martin Truex Jr. is out and away. Casey Kane. Oh! It's been an interesting race. Been a good race so far. I can guarantee you I've led the most laps in this race. I've locked myself into leading the most laps in this race. That was Dale Knight Jr. that came on the pit road, and now he's out in the way. He's going to need another caution. Even though he's not in the chase, I mean, if he wants to win, he needs another caution. Here comes Casey Kane to the outside of Eric Almirola. Denny Hamlin also here. He got eliminated after the first round. Casey Kane trying to make his way into the third round to chase. It's going to be a solid run. Or did Casey Kane get eliminated after the first round? I don't remember, honestly, if Casey Kane's still in this. We'll find out after this race, definitely. And my car has been strong out front. Even the outside lane's been having trouble getting around for the race lead now. It was working on, I would say, in the first 10 laps. Ever since then, it just hasn't been that strong. "12 laps to go." Tell you what, I think we only got about, what, 25 cars into this pack right now? Been losing some cars. Here comes Danica Patrick. Michael Annett through the middle, and then you had AJ Allmendinger to the outside. Michael Waltrip up to third. And that's Jeb Burton trying to go for fourth. Danica Patrick trying to get to the inside of me, but not going to let her go. Danica to the outside for the race lead, but Jeb Burton's going to go with me. Danica Patrick got left out to dry right there. Coming down to the tri-oval. 10 laps to go here at Talladega Superspeedway in Talladega, Alabama. With the 32nd race of the season. 5 races left to go of the season. The 6th race of the chase. The last race of the contender round before we move on to the eliminator round. I am leading the race. Jimmy Johnson second. Michael Waltrip third. Or David Reagan up to third now. And Michael Waltrip fourth. Who will be the top 8 drivers that will transfer their way into the 3rd round of the chase going into Martinsville? I know I've definitely locked in. But who will be the other 4 drivers eliminated from the chase from 9th through 12th? Did I get close to being turned right there? David Reagan almost left that bottom lane open. Johnson to the outside. He's got Casey Mears helping him. That's about the first time the outside lane went for the race lead in a while, I will say. Falling back to 5th, but gonna make our way up to the front quick, right here. Here I go. Now we got a lap car that we're gonna catch up soon. Well, have I had a dominant performance here at Talladega Superspeedway today. Led most of the early laps, was out, and then until the first caution came out, when I came down pit road, got back in traffic, restarted 18th on the green flag, got back in traffic, had to make my way back up to the front. Took a few laps to do so because my car was just, it felt tight in traffic, but now got 8 laps to go. And now for like Jeff Gordon and the other drivers that are in the back that had to pit under this green flag are probably thinking, please let there be a caution to come out. And boy, did I tell you what, I left that bottom lane open by mistake, by accident. Casey Mears, Michael Annett, Danica Patrick made their way. Look at me to the outside lane getting a run. Michael Annett gonna... Oh my... Oh, Danica! And there she goes around! And now another big one going in turn 1. Now this could be interesting in the final few laps. I will say that was kind of my fault. I think Danica was trying to go to the second lane, and all of a sudden when I came down, and watch, here's another fantastic look at the replay. My goodness. Eric Almirola around, Michael McDowell involved, Denny Hamlin involved. He went around. You know what? I say that was 50-50 there, my fault and her fault as well. I'm going to stay out. Danica Patrick definitely going to come in. Now, this will definitely help. I'm going to choose the inside lane. That will be smart for me. So top 6 did not come in. Then first one that came off pit road, Michael Annett. And I'll tell you what, drivers that like Jeff Gordon and, you know, a couple other drivers that had a pit is now going to be back in this. And we're going to have a 5-lap shootout. So I would say that was 50-50. It was my fault, and that was her fault as well. I mean, she was coming up to the second lane, and I guess she didn't know I was going to make it 3 wide there. And that caught Danica Patrick off guard. Here we go. Green flag back in the air. We got 5 laps to go here at Talladega Superspeedway. What's going to happen? Paul Menard looking to the outside of Eric Almirola. But the problem is he's going to get fallen back. Boy, I should have been ready to block that outside lane, but I think I'll be okay because if I stay to the bottom and the bottom gets good enough run, I can get back up there. Eric Almirola to the race lead. I need some help though. Regan Smith behind me, Michael McDowell as well. Oh, don't leave that bottom lane open. Here comes Menard to the race lead underneath Almirola. 4 laps to go, and here I go making it 3 wide for the race lead. Me on the bottom, Paul Menard in the middle, Eric Almirola on the outside. Back out front. Now this is where I'm going to start blocking like crazy. Not going to try to let anyone... this is where I'm going to be blocking the whole racetrack. Can I make it 4 straight wins? One at Dover, then Charlotte, then Kansas. Kansas, I would say, was kind of BS. Because McMurray definitely beat me to the line, but the game gave me the win. But whatever. Let's just say controversial 4 straight finish, I will say. 3 laps to go, and look at Hamlin to the outside for the race lead. He's got some help by Justin Allgaier. Boy, Waltrip. That outside lane did not go. And look at who's come back into the mix. Dale Earnhardt Jr. Oh, you know what? Dale Earnhardt Jr. is not even on the lead lap. Did most of these drivers not take the wave around? I'm kind of surprised about that. Dale Earnhardt Jr. will be up here going for the race lead, but he's not. Chase Elliott is back up here. Did Jeff Gordon take a wave around, though? 2 laps to go. Michael Waltrip on the outside, Chase Elliott behind me. This is going to get interesting. Here comes Clint Bowyer through the middle. He's got help by Tony Stewart. 3 wide for the race lead. Off turn number 4, and we're going to come down to the tri-oval. Side by side for the lead. And here we come. White flag is out. Final lap here at Talladega Superspeedway. Who's going to win? Going down into turn number 1, side by side for the race lead. Down the back straightaway for the final time. Look at Ryan Blaney making a charge. Greg Biffle almost got to the bottom lane. Ryan Blaney to the race lead. Got help by Danica Patrick. Can I make another charge at it? Oh, Ryan Blaney pushed the block. Here I come to the bottom lane, side by side. Coming to the checker flag, Ryan Blaney lets up for whatever reason. And I will win my 4th straight in the Season 2 of the NASCAR 15 Let's Play. I win the CampingWorld.com 500 here at Talladega. Boy, did that get interesting there. I tried to get the run and tried to go on the outside of Ryan Blaney. Ryan Blaney came up to block, but unfortunately it did not help him at all. Oh, I'm gonna hit this wall. Oh, whoops. Oh my God. 4 straight wins and my 8th win of the season. Boy, was it interesting. And I had a dominant performance here at Talladega Superspeedway today. Boy, I can't get... Come on, car. Get the burnouts going. There we go. Took me a little while to get this car to do some burnouts. I tell you what, I thought we were going to wreck coming off turn number 4. I thought I was going to be in the wreck as well. Because I tried to get on the outside Ryan Blaney because I had such a big run up there. And boy, Ryan Blaney put the block on me, and Ryan Blaney almost got turned as well. I mean, he almost turned himself when he tried to block me. I mean, if I wrecked Ryan Blaney right there, I didn't mean to do it. But he did what he had to do. Unfortunately, it did not pay off. Boy, I just cannot get any burnouts. Well, I did there, but I tried to do some drag strip burnouts. Can't get that going. But saluting to the fans. How about that? 4 straight wins. I would say 3 if you, you know, I would still kind of say the Kansas finish was kind of BS because McMurray did definitely beat me to the line. But, I mean, since the game got me credit for the win, I guess it's 4 straight wins for me. Oh my God, I gotta stop doing burnouts. I'm not that good on burnouts today. Alright, 4 straight wins. My 8th win of the season, and boy, that was an interesting finish too. Seems like lately I've been involved in exciting finishes. Kansas was one, and now here at Talladega. I honestly thought we were going to wreck coming off 4. I was going for it because I had such a big run on Ryan Blaney, and then all of a sudden Ryan Blaney blocks me. I thought I was going to spin him out, and I even thought I was going to wreck because I was sideways after Ryan Blaney blocked me. And then Greg Biffle almost got a run on me too, down the back straightaway. Almost let that bottom lane open. So, look at that. I led 37 laps in this race. I win here at Talladega. Clint Boyer 2nd, Greg Biffle 3rd, Michael Waltrip 4th, Matt Kenseth 5th, Tony Stewart 6th, Kyle Larson 7th, Ryan Blaney 8th, and even Ryan Blaney was leading coming off turn number 4, coming to the checker flag. But he fell back all the way to 8th. Chase Elliott 9th, and Michael McDowell rounds up the top 10. Jimmy Johnson 11th, Danica Patrick 12th, Kurt Busch 13th, Danny Hamlin 15th, and rounding up the top 20 is David Reagan. 21st is Austin Dillon, 22nd Kevin Harvick, 24th Brad Keselowski, 25th Eric Almirola, 27th Carl Edwards, and rounding up the top 30 is AJ Allmendinger. 31st is David Gillen. He set the fastest lap of the race with a 47.75. That was back on lap number 2. Casey Kane, who was running very strong, actually stayed in the top 10 for most of the race. He finished 32nd. That's not good for him. Joey Logano, 33rd. Kyle Busch, I've not seen him all race long. He finishes 35th. Trevor Bayne, 36th. Dale Earnhardt Jr., 37th. Martin Truex Jr., 38th. Ryan Newman, 39th. And Jeff Gordon rounds up the top 40. And I tell you what, for Jeff Gordon, not looking good. Jamie McMurray, 41st. Ricky Stenhouse, 42nd. And J.J. Yeley finishes 43rd in last place. All right, let's look at the who will be the top 8 drivers that will transfer their way into the 3rd round of the chase. We're about to find out. I swept. You know what? I pulled a Joey Logano. I swept the 2nd round of the chase. So if Joey Logano can do it, I guess so can I. But except Joey Logano did not go 4 in a row. Remember, he almost went 4 in a row. He could have gone 4 in a row at Martinsville, but Matt Kenseth wrecked him. Yeah. And here are the top 8 drivers that are going into the third round of the chase. It will be me, Tony Stewart, Greg Biffle, Matt Kenseth, Brad Keselowski, Kevin Harvick, Clint Boyer, and Casey Kane will be the 8 drivers that will move themselves into the third round of the chase. Unfortunately, the next 4 drivers that have been eliminated from the chase and now are just going to go for wins now. Jeff Gordon, Austin Dillon, Ryan Newman, and Joey Logano has been eliminated from the chase. And, oh no, sorry, not Ryan Newman. Who was the other driver? Oh, okay, yeah, hold on. So it was Jeff Gordon, Austin Dillon, Joey Logano, and who was the other driver? Oh, Carl Edwards have been eliminated from the chase. Wait, but wasn't Carl Edwards eliminated before? Holy crap, I honestly don't remember, guys. Alright, so. Yep. And you know what? I mean, you know, too bad for Jeff Gordon, Joey Logano. You know, I mean, Joey Logano had a good first round, too. Even Jeff Gordon as well. And then second round, they fell apart as well. Don't understand that. But whatever, I guess it is what it is. So, got my 4th straight win, my 8th win of the season. I swept all the races in the second round of the chase. Like I said, if Joey Logano could do it, so can I. But Joey Logano did not go 4 in a row, so I'm more awesome. So anyway, now, unfortunately for me, it's on to Martinsville. The only track I really have a chance to win at in the third round is Texas. So it's definitely going to be hell for me at Martinsville. Not going to do well there. I'm going to wreck a lot there. It's just going to be one of those races. So anyway, I will see you, unfortunately, at Martinsville Speedway.